YouTube family, we at it again. Lysol, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Yep, when you're getting over a cold or the flu or any illness, once you start getting your strength back, start feeling better, it's time to clean everything. It's time to clean everything and disinfect everything. So you all see here, I got the linen getting ready to go. I got my sea bag here full of laundry, getting ready to head out and wash clothes. But yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling stronger. Thank you all for your well wishes. I'm feeling better, and I took my medicine and kept myself hydrated and did what I had to do to my vitamin C to kind of boost my immune system and put some vitamins to help me build myself up. So I'm feeling better. The thing is, last week, I really didn't feel that good, but it was a busy week last week. Leading up to Easter, and we got this trip coming up next week, which I'm gonna kind of get into what we got going on. But I'm in the process now of getting ready to head to the laundromat to wash laundry. That's the game plan. Also, like I said, over this week I'm gonna do my best to do some spring cleaning. Definitely by the time we get back from this Vegas trip, we're gonna kind of do some decluttering and some spring cleaning, and I'm really kind of inspired. You all might have saw the videos from the Easter Sunday Moments with Martin, where I talked about the YouTuber. Her name is Vera, but her channel is Simple Happy Zen or Happy Simple Zen, something to that effect. And she's a minimalist, and she talks about simple living. I haven't watched her videos in a while, but just yesterday I was just inspired to watch some of her videos and look at her channel, and I wound up sitting there watching her channel for about 2 hours, just watching different videos. And I do believe there's something to living a simple minimalist life. Right now, as you all are looking at my living space, this might be qualified as living minimally, although I got a lot of stuff in my room, but a lot of it is just paperwork and stuff. Like I've said before, I don't own very many possessions. Most of the stuff I own is for sale. That's just the truth of how I live right now. I don't have a lot of possessions. Everything that you see here is rented. The bed is rented, the furniture is rented. Now, I own this table here and that little ottoman. But I don't own a lot of furniture. This dinner table here. And then the bins and stuff where I store stuff, but for a 55-year-old Gen Xer, I don't own a lot of stuff. Over my life experience, I've gotten rid of things. But I think I can do some more, decluttering and getting rid of things you know. But really what this video was about is kind of addressing some comments, you know, and just really trying to get back into the groove, and y'all know what it is when a cold comes on you and the flu comes on you, whatever you go through, it might knock you out for a week or two, you know, maybe even longer, you know. But I did want to address some comments before I head out. This is my sister here, Willie55. You know, I'm really appreciating those of you all who are really just kind of not just leaving just, you know, simple comments, you know, but you all are really just kind of communicating with me now, you know. And in the video that I did yesterday, I talked about, you know, how to avoid watching the news if you want to maintain your high vibrations. And she was just letting me know, you know, what she does. Hold on 1 second, I didn't mean to do that, you all. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold 1 second, you all. I don't want to have the camera just on the computer as I'm scrolling. So hold 1 second, you all. I want to find that video. Because, you know, I like what she was talking about. Yeah, there it is. Okay. She was saying something to the effect of, and I'm going to check this out, that she listens to ASMR YouTube videos, and someone named Taboo Tunes ASMR. Okay. And I guess it's someone's voice that does something. I'm gonna look into that type of those type of videos, you know, because I've always been told about my voice that I have kind of a soothing voice, you know. I guess so. I'm just talking like I talk, you know what I mean. But I'm gonna look into that. The other comment I want to address is by my sister with the GENX toy box. And once again, I mean, I'm getting comments now where people are kind of communicating with me, and she was asking a question in one of my last videos about the certificate for a boardwalk or walkway of some sort. I can't remember the name of it, but it sounded cool. I believe that you're talking about what's coming up next month in May for Memorial Day, which is, this is what I'm going to be doing coming up on the boardwalk. And for a lot of my videos now, you all, I'm going to be doing videos, or I'm sorry, certificates of video sponsorships. And I'm going to be doing videos of resorts. That's it right there. The beach ball drop. second. Let's see if I can get that video. That's what I want to do, you all. That's what's coming up next month. Memorial Day weekend. So I intend to do videos on the Atlantic City Boardwalk for the Memorial Day Beach Ball drop. Okay, let me go back to where I was. The Atlantic City Boardwalk. Yeah, I believe that's what you were referring to. So yes, those are coming up next month for Memorial Day weekend. So stay tuned for those. Before the Memorial Day trip, though, me and Sanaya will be going to MGM National Harbor in Maryland. So I'm going to be doing videos for that trip. It's going to be Mother's Day weekend, and we're going to be doing a day trip to National Harbor. So stay tuned for those trips. Once again, you all, I mean, as it stands right now, I am claiming and presenting myself now as a travel vlogger. That's what I am now. That's what I'm presenting myself as, a YouTube travel vlogger, because you all are going to see more and more videos of travel with tips on how to travel on a budget. Those are some things that you all are going to see more of. Not that I'm not going to, talk about, where I live and how I live and the extended stay part of who I am. But you all are definitely going to be seeing more travel videos. For example, my brother here, Joseph Haskins, he was suggesting that I do more videos about Virginia. Okay? We live here in Hampton Roads, and Virginia Beach is right here in Hampton Roads. So I definitely intend to do some videos of Virginia Beach. I'm probably going to be spending Father's Day in Virginia Beach. So I'm going to be doing some videos for that. But Virginia Beach is right here. It's, not far. So I can do some videos of that about Virginia, for Brother Joseph, who suggested I do more videos, learn more about your city and cities in your area have to offer. Just a couple of thoughts. He was getting on me about my misspelling too. In one of the video titles, I misspelled the word detach, but I got it straight. Yes, I will be doing more travel videos. For example, for the Mother's Day trip to National Harbor, MGM National Harbor, we're going to be traveling to Alexandria. We're going to be traveling to Alexandria and then catching the city bus from Alexandria to National Harbor. Okay, so you all are going to see how I do travel on a budget. Without owning a car. I don't have a car. I travel primarily plane, train, and bus. That's it. And Uber, to get to the train stations and stuff like that, you know. But that's what you all are going to be seeing coming up. The certificates for video sponsorship, those are up. I do have those listed now. They are active. Let me go down to the end of this page so I can get to them. Like I said, I don't like to have the camera pointed at the computer when I'm scrolling down. But these are the items I have for sale on my eBay. But the certificates of video sponsorship are back up. There we go. So all you have to do is just click on the link. Click on the link in the description of my videos. And if you want to sponsor the video of the room tour at the Aria, you'll be able to do that. Or the room tour of the Bellagio Fountain View room. That's where we're going to be staying for this trip. You can get that certificate too. Or the pool area and the water park area at MGM Grand. I'll have those certificates if you want to sponsor those videos too. All right, but for my sister with the GENX toy box, yeah, I do believe that's what you were referring to, is the beach ball drop that's going to be happening on the boardwalk in Atlantic City on Memorial Day weekend. I did want to address some other videos, just a couple more that kind of, you know, caught my attention. I do want to say this, you all, that, you know, I saw a comment, and I'm trying to remember who made the comment, but you know, when I talk about these videos or I show these videos of Vegas, this isn't me trying to flaunt. I'm not trying to flaunt my videos or my vacations or these trips, you know, in people's faces. Like I said, you know, somebody made a comment about that, and look here, you all. There was a time I used to go on these trips to Vegas by myself. A lot of these trips where I got these refrigerator magnets, those trips I traveled by myself. Sanaya has only been in my life for just about 2.5 years now. You know, I've been traveling to Vegas since 2015. Okay, and a lot of those trips I traveled by myself. Now, through YouTube, I have an audience, and I can share these trips with people, with individuals that I don't even know. Like Sister Willie, 55, you know, she has a desire to one day visit Vegas, okay? But she's seeing what it's about through my YouTube videos, okay? But I'm not trying to flaunt anything in her face or anybody's face. I'm sharing my experiences. You know, I posted 2 videos this morning from the March trip, and it's such a wonderful feeling to be reliving that trip. You know, when I'm posting these videos and I'm looking at the videos again that I made, it's a wonderful experience, you know, to look at those videos from about a month or so ago, what I was experiencing, but also I'm imagining when you all see the videos, how you might think some things are funny, or, might see some things and think they're exciting. That's why I'm doing, these travel videos. But I'm not trying to flaunt anything in anybody's face. I'm just sharing my life, you all. You know. And this is the last thing. Like I said, I will be starting to present myself more as a YouTube travel vlogger, a Gen X travel vlogger that lives in an extended stay hotel. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to be presenting myself. And the thing is this, I mean, this hotel room is my home. Until something changes, until something comes along better, Oh, here it is right here. Sister Viola. I kind of thought that I addressed some of these questions. She left a comment saying you and that young lady have a nice little income. Why don't you get a nice apartment? Okay, and then Lonnie AC 3 chimed in and said, I think they're saving more money where they are. It's just two of them. Both are working. All the water, electricity they want to use, more money to save monthly, etc. So, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess we have a nice income, I cut and curl hair, I sell oils, I sell clothes on eBay, I mean, and now I make YouTube videos, so I guess I have a nice little income. It's affording my life and my lifestyle. You and that young lady have a nice little income. Sanaya is about the same age as me. Just saying. And then she goes on to say, in that room with the small space and thin walls, maybe you should get a bigger space, an apartment. I mean, YouTube helps you out greatly. I hope Sanaya doesn't get sick as well. Okay, sis. I don't know where you're going with this. I've been living here 3 years in this, small space with the thin walls. I've been living here for 3 years comfortably, and my life is getting better and better. Progressively, my life is getting better and better. Whereas a lot of people in this world, and I'm just saying this, I ain't trying to be nasty with this. A lot of people's lives are getting worse. As I'm living in these small spaces, as I'm living in this small space, my life is getting better. Where a lot of people's life is getting worse. I'm just saying, when I think about, hey, I need to clean. Okay, this is all I have to clean. This is my room. This is my living space right here. I don't necessarily need a bigger space. I don't need a bigger space. I'm doing my best to try to live minimalistically. That's what I'm aiming for, is trying to live more minimal, and not get a bigger space, bigger space, more stuff, requires more maintenance. I'm living a pretty good life right now. I'm pretty happy where I am right now. You know? And as far as YouTube, I've gotten 2 checks from YouTube. Okay, under $1,000. You know, I'm not someone who's going to be on YouTube, you know, talking about how much money I make. That's not my style. That's not my style. You know, but I don't know about YouTube helping me out greatly, as you refer here. You know, I mean, YouTube helps you out greatly. What's that all about? What's that all about? I hope Sanaya doesn't get sick as well. Just for information, I caught Sanaya's cold. Okay, Sanaya was around here hacking and coughing and sneezing and all of that, and was hugging up on me for comfort. Okay, and as she was getting better, my throat started scratching and I started coughing. So it is what it is. That's what happens when you live in a space like this and someone catches a cold, and there's a good chance you're going to catch it too. I accepted that, you know. As soon as I started coughing and everything like that, I started taking my medicine, taking my vitamin C, and drinking orange juice. And I went and got the Zicam to help shorten the cold. Okay, but that's what I need to address in this video, you all. Like I said, you know, I'm getting myself back on track. Last week I was a little down. You know, I was a little out of it last week, but we about to get back on track and get ready for this end of April Vegas trip. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, press the like button. If you have any constructive comments or positive comments or even questions, leave them down in the comments section. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hey you all, I'm a 50 plus Gen Xer, YouTube travel vlogger, living in an extended stay hotel. That's what you're gonna get with this channel. So go ahead and join the family and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Be blessed and be a blessing.